They're trying to say this is the album. They're trying to say Drake is back. Let's see. How many hoes in this club? Is it just me and you, my love? Why does Drake call himself a hoe? I see your body is like Coca-Cola. I come and pick you up in Testarossa. What the actual? And then he goes on to say that dudes is hating the boy, the women in love. Damn, I miss you hoes. Give me a hug. Drake seems to think that all women love him. It's funny because honestly, I think Drake has this mistaken. I actually think a lot of his fans are guys. The thing is, like, what Drake doesn't get is that music could still be melodic, but also have meaning and depth. Drake's lyricism continues to take a nosedive into the pits of hell. I don't know what's happening, but every single thing Kendrick said about him is coming true. The guy is a prophet. There's nothing worse than Drake lyrics, except maybe Ice Spice lyrics. But even she's on this album too, and he's using her flow. Nothing is getting enhanced with Drake's lyricism. Now in this video, I wanted to talk about some of the worst lyrics in this album. What is it called? I don't even want to say the title in the video. Some sexy songs for you, or as some people noted, some shitty songs for you. I'll change it to same shitty songs for you. Drake tried to flood this album with 21 songs. 21 songs. There's no takeaway from this album except one or two, maybe three that's pushing it, that'll maybe hit the Billboard charts, like Nokia, Gimme a Hug, just because of some of the references in there. Y'all want to hear the lyricism? Drake lyricism on some sexy songs for you. But y'all saying that this album is something, it's a classic. He sold over 200K. Drake's gonna do weekend numbers. GNX is on the charts. It's only 12 songs on GNX. I think 4 or 5 have gone on the Billboard, and every song is a hit. Same sexy songs for you, or whatever it's called. There's 21 throwaway random songs. If this album hit, there would have been at least, out of 21 songs, 6 of them on the charts. There's a lot of people coming out and saying this album was good, and I feel like they're just trying to pander to the idea that, you know, we want to say something good about Drake, but is this album really, really good? Like, I want you to be honest with yourself. But listen, if you want to have some melodramatic songs that are actually good, that actually have meaning, go listen to The Weeknd's new album. To me, this is Drake crawling back into that hole. Maybe we like Drake with the melodies. We don't like Drake when he acts up, as Kendrick said. Is this even the move anymore? In here, we have Drake calling himself a hoe. He's serenading women. He's looking for sex all the time. He wants to be with a woman who has children. He begs her, please, please come over so I can be with you. And you can get back to your kids in the morning. Well, and he actually has some disses towards Americans that I want to get to. I mean, is this the type of lyricism and the type of music we're looking for from a rapper, quote unquote? We're going to hold you accountable for all your lyricism in this music if you want to go at Kendrick. Then we see they're standing behind these towers. And these towers are called the Absolute World. They're a residential condominium in the town Mississauga in Canada. And I don't know much about Canada, but you can find pictures of those towers. Now, what's come to be, again, allegedly, but what's come to be known is that there's a rapper named John Rivers out of that town from Canada who a year ago did a whole music video exactly in front of those towers with a similar angle that Party Next Door and Drake did on this album cover. And he claims on his Instagram that they actually reached out to him prior, and then, you know, because he didn't want to write for them, that they actually just ignored him and then allegedly, you know, stole his concept for the thumbnail. I mean, what else can you expect? It's Drake. Line 1. In CN Tower, he says, the city is pretty when it's dead, just like a flower. What color is the CN Tower? It's red tonight, just like the text. I sent you from the bed tonight. Explain the simile. The city is pretty when it's dead, just like a flower. Flowers are not dead, they're alive, and they're the most beautiful thing. And then he goes on, your friends can't hold water, girl. They'd rather see you drown. Then we have, in Mothballs, he goes, mothballs, I can get the smell out my clothes. So mothballs, what are mothballs? Are those the things that they put inside of, like, when you have new clothes and then in a package to keep it fresh, but it's kind of poisonous? Is he saying that his clothes are always fresh and new, so he has the smell of mothball? I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. Which if anything just means like you're basically dead, because you always have new things, but you never truly open them up and turn it into something or have any depth to anything, because everything's always so superficial. I remember stressing over bills like a Buffalo fan. Now shorties call me Drake, not Aubrey Graham. Damn. Then he throws on the auto-tune. I got the worst reputation in our town. I've been seen with all the baddest hoes around. On God, swimming in the cat till I drown. Bitches wanna take a dip in my account. Now we have a song called Spiderman Superman. Just two random superheroes together because Drake, there's a girl out there that she wants to be saved, but Drake can't save her. He goes, "'Cause I am you, I'm in you. The way we effed is better than what we DM'd on Insta. But you expect some ninja. Now I'll admit that I wish I could save you, but I can't." What are we doing? What are we doing? What is Drake doing through DMs and Insta? Y'all tell me. I don't know. Maybe I'm behind the times. I guess maybe they described it and he's trying to say that when it really happened, it was better. It was better than what we wrote down through on Insta. But I can't save you. All I want is what we spoke about on Insta. You think I want anything else? A relationship? Then in small town fame, leaving out the club with no hoes, it's a dub. You somewhere on house arrest pretending you in love. Exfoliate that guy you with. He a scrub. And all this song is about is maybe a girl that he wanted, but she saw herself as a little more poppin' than him and in the town, and she just couldn't get with him. So he's hating. Then he goes off in a song called Brian Steele. And I don't know if this is a nod to Young Thug, but we know Brian Steele was Young Thug's lawyer in his RICO trial, which Young Thug actually defeated. So he's labeling the song Brian Steele, but the song is talking about a female and how she has such good, you know what. Here's a line. It's your front, you're behind, you're sweet, you're kind. The pussy so good, it could keep me inside. But F that, baby. I gotta pop out with the guys tonight. Then Drake hits us with his beautiful double entendres. Hard work in the lyricism. Broski just hit me, said, put all the beef on the side. I can't, I'm heated now. Dudes want meat up. Talk about shit. I'm vegan now. Get it? Beef, meat up, vegan. I don't do the beef. Now we get to the song Gimme a Hug, which some people are trying to say is like a lit song. And honestly, when you really listen to the song, it really isn't that great. The thing is, Gimme a Hug it has like a really good nostalgic Aaron Hall I Miss You sample, which is obviously what makes the song good. It has one good beat switch up, but this is really Drake's version of Kendrick's Man at the Garden, where he's giving himself these random compliments that are so primitive, where even what he likens himself to isn't that great. So it starts off with Drake elimination, fake intimidation, take a minute, have a little patience. Drizzy, you amazing. You the inspiration. You set the bar for the next generation. Okay. Elimination, intimidation, patience, amazing. Literally like as if he sat down ChatGPT and said, you just rhyme all these words for me and just use them as is. Then he goes on and says, you Neo in the Matrix. These dudes just Nemo in the ocean. Only reason I ain't got a girl and I ain't getting married because I'm really out here filling up the itinerary till I'm 6 feet in a cemetery. What y'all can y'all explain that line to me? What does that even mean? He doesn't have a girl because he's with so many women. He's filling up all his, or he's just so busy until he's 6 feet in the cemetery. Then he goes, because if I die, it's these dudes that are gonna become the sole beneficiary. And what the F are they gonna do with it? Have the girls up at 29 on stage twerking with a dictionary? Guilt trips, not Turks trips when it's cold out here in February. What is this? Okay, like, huh? Is he's trying to diss lyricism so bad in Kendrick's music that Kendrick's music has women twerking with dictionaries? Let me tell you, Drake, ain't nobody dancing with a dictionary to squabble up. The thing is, like, what Drake doesn't get is that music could still be melodic, but also have meaning and depth. Kendrick just taught you how to make poppin' songs on his GNX album with depth and have meaning. Squabble up, TV off, but they still have some meaning. Then he goes on and says, Dirk's boy told me Marvin's Room was his favorite song. He was drilling to it. Now, I don't know a lot about Lil Durk's kids, but from what I understand, Lil Durk has mostly young children. I'm not sure. He might have one old kid. I don't know. So y'all tell me, but which kid was telling you he was listening to Marvin's music and was drilling to the song? These are just little kids. Then he goes on to create some havoc between Joe Budden on the Joe Budden podcast, referencing Melissa Ford, who seems to have, if I'm understanding, has eaten up this compliment really well. He says, Melissa Ford, you a legend from the 6. Hate to see you with her. Sucker. He's talking about Joe Budden, and Melissa Ford is a co-host on the podcast. Turns out that Melissa Ford had made this song like on her IG and is like bragging about it. And then I think shortly after, her and Joe Budden got into a fight. So it seems to have worked on her. Again, that's Drake's move. Let me try to put some little traps. Like if I can get the woman just to turn on that guy, oh man, that'd be so good. And then maybe I can sleep with her too. That's Drake's, his MO. Then he goes on to say, F a rap beef, I'm trying to get the party lit. Trying to get the party lit for the bitches. Walking in the strip club. Damn, give me a hug. Give me a hug. That's going to be your only MO where you're just going to be in the strip club like still and you're near 40. You're just going to keep making music about being in the strip club with girls telling you, give me a hug. And then he goes on to say that dude is hating the boy, the women in love. Damn, I miss you hoes. Give me a hug. Drake seems to think that all women love him. Women are just throwing themselves at his feet. It's funny because honestly, I think Drake has this mistaken. I actually think a lot of his fans are guys and are rocking out to the music more than women. I feel like a lot of women listen to Kendrick. I don't know. Y'all tell me, but I swear, I feel like it's a misnomer that Drake thinks that all women love him. Because I actually feel like it is a lot of guys that listen to his music. Guys in their 30s, which is fine. But I'm just saying, like stop thinking you're God's gift to women. And this little man at the garden thing isn't it. Then I think what goes unnoticed is Drake takes a lot of shots at people in America, like American guys, just people in America, which is ironic because here you are, Drake, you want to be the most popular rapper, pop artist in this country, but yet you're dissing. So he actually has 2 disses to American guys in Raining in Houston when he's gone. In Raining in Houston, he goes, I know you like it toxic. You're used to it, love. Rather spend my time boosting you up, gassing you up. These American guys are something different. They just talk looser than us. You say I talk proper. It suits me, my love. So Drake is serenading this girl saying, I'm going to give you compliments, but these American guys, they can't do it the way we can, I guess, in Canada. Drake, you, out of all the stuff you said in this album, you're the one who's going to boost her up? Then in another song, in When He's Gone, he tells her, why you acting thirsty for everyone? That's American. What? Why are we catching strays? Like, what did we do to you, Drake? Like, I mean, American people are thirsty? Like, what does that even mean? Like, how you dissing us in your music? I thought that was strange. I thought that went unnoticed. I don't like those shots at us, man. I don't like those. Go take that back to Canada. And I thought you moved to Texas. Why don't you leave Texas and go back to Toronto? All right, man. Now we get to these stupid songs. Meet Your Padre. Meet Your Padre. Like, my thing with Drake is he tries to like make stupid music just so that I think at this point he can't get criticized. To be like, oh, this is just fun music. Nah, your music can still be whack. So he has a song called Meet Your Padre. And it goes, just the way he says this, it's just so lame. He goes, Mi amor, I'm not the one that you can ignore. I want your phone numero, por favor. I see your body is like Coca-Cola. I come and pick you up in Testarossa. What the actual? You're busy, not can I see you after? That's the lyricism. Like even the melody doesn't match. I swear, I really think elementary school kids can make better rhymes than this and a better melody. Yo, Drake, now you ain't gonna get away with, you're not gonna get away with trying to be so playful to the point that people can't criticize you. You gotta step this up, bro. This ain't gonna work. Then he goes on to say, take you to Kiki or the booby trapper. What? I want to pay your rent and pay your taxes. She kissed my cheek and she said, muchos gracias. Nah, bro, this ain't gonna work. Now you can't do this. Now we get to Nokia. And Nokia, I would say, is probably the breakout song of the album. But you can't take 21 songs to make a decent song. This is the fun song. This is the song that I think maybe some journalists or music personalities might say is the better song, is the fun song, is the good song. And it's a fun song. I think this song may get on the charts, but it's hilarious still. They're fun songs, but listen, I really think Kendrick has changed the sound because I played this for women and because people want to say, oh, well, the girls are going to like it. And they're just like, I don't know. I don't really like, what is this? I think what Drake thinks is that all women are just going to fall in love with his music and that's going to be his audience. To think that women just like sexualized music and songs that have simple melodies and short, nonsensical rhymes. That's a misogynistic outlook as it is. No, women also like good music. In this lyric, he goes, "Is that your bestie? I'ma ice you both like Gretzky. I'ma at you like bless me. At you. I'ma at you like bless me." How many hoes in this club? Is it just me and you, my love? Why does Drake call himself a hoe? I don't mean to call you no hoe. I just heard about the things that you do, my love. If you just like me, then it's true, my love. How many hoes in this club? Is it really just me, my love? Tell me that Kendrick's music is not prophetic. That Kendrick said, "When I see you stand by Sexy Red, I believe you see two bad bitches. I believe you don't like women. It's real competition. You might pop ass with them." And here's Drake he's called himself a hoe. I get it. Like, guys can also be promiscuous. And sometimes people put these labels on women and guys can have, I don't know any guys that are going to call themselves a hoe. It's just not the right look. Then we get to the song called Somebody Loves Me. And here's Drake's lyricism. "Her name is Angel, but she must forgot. She say her bestie when I get home and swallow." What does this even mean? Her name is Angel, but she must forgot that she's the devil. She said her bestie want to get home and swallow. What, swallow? Like what? All right. Then we get to the next song, Celibacy, where in this whole song, he's basically begging for you know what. You know what Drake's begging for from the ladies. He goes, "Let me break your streak. I'm begging you, please, because it's been 4 months and 2 weeks and 36 hours and 8 minutes since you've been pleased. So please, please, give me that opportunity." He's literally counting down the minutes, bro. He talks about Americans being thirsty, and then he goes on to say, "I'm on call for these type of things. We got a lot of things to discuss, like these men you can't trust." So Drake just wants to beg for sex, and his plan, because he's such a nice guy, is to go to the house and talk to the lady about all the men that she can't trust. What a nice guy Drake is. Then we get to the song OMW, where he's trying to get a woman that has children to have a one-night stand with him, begging her, "Can you come home with me tonight? Are you allowed? I know you got the kids at the house. Pay the nanny double and come roll with the owl. You'll be back in time to make him breakfast, no doubt." Why? You know, Drake seems to think, right, that all women love him. But throughout all his music, he's constantly undermining women and treating them like objects, as if they are just so dumb that they just want and need and will do anything for Drake just to get a little bit of money from him. He's the one throughout all his music that is actually undermining women constantly. Then in this next song called Glorious, it actually has Ice Spice. And I'm blown away because in all my other videos, I said Drake is literally doing an Ice Spice flow. And that I feel like Ice Spice is actually potentially a ghostwriter for Drake because the lyrics are just so bad. And in this song, Ice Spice is actually in the song and he has an Ice Spice flow where he's serenading Ice Spice. So in this song, he goes, bro, this lyricism, "No drummer, you know I got bands. You try to not act like a fan, but you know that I'm Drizzy. You know who I am. Like gra. My hand wasn't on the Bible. It was on your throat. You said your mama kicked you out. So where the F you about to go?" Like, bro, this is such bad lyricism. Now we get to the song Greedy, where Drake's trying to do his little slow R&B melody sound. But the thing is, he says nothing. He goes, "Let's go sci-fi. I'm trying to be out my mind. You working 9 to 5. What's the Wi-Fi? This is not conventional. This is not traditional. This is unprofessional. These are my confessions." Is this a bar? Like, what are these bars? What is this lyricism? The thing with Drake is, if you want to make a love song, you can't just say nothing, bro. You got to say something. I get it, man. I think what Drake's trying to do is he's trying to get into the zone after the Kendrick beef where maybe people can't criticize it. Maybe he can hide under the guise of, "I'm just a playful guy. I'm not really making serious music, so you can't say nothing about me." No, even if you make playful music, you need to make something meaningful, good music for people. And to make a 21 song album for people to walk away with maybe Nokia and Give Me a Hug and maybe one other one, this ain't it, Drake.